Hey guys, so I just wanted to share something that I just went through today. Some of you guys here in the PDOCS group know about our camp program or the one-on-one kickoff calls we do with private clients. I just wanted to walk you through today's really quickly, and I took his last name off of here out of privacy as we go through this. But basically, I just want to make this really quickly. So first off, this is the first call that I do with any of the clients that I work with in my private or my flagship PDOCS programs. And it basically, below the name, JP, and again, you'll see a copy of the call recording for him to have access to and go back through. All these other bold areas offer niche industry, offer ideal client, PDOCS research and homework, media objective, and the strategy and approach are the six areas that I really have to dial in on every client I work with, and really within every offer I've ever been a part of in any business that I own or am co-owner of. So first off with JP, the niche of the industry, and guys, when I'm asking this, just so you know, that's a niche of the industry that you are in with your own expertise and your offer, not necessarily your ideal client, which you'll see is two below niche and industry. But JP is in the tech industry, and his solutions and services are all based around AI and data-driven solutions and products. His offer is digital business solutions, again, AI and data-driven, I should say. And at this point, like many of you guys I've worked with, and one of the areas of expertise, and one of the things I do with my private clients is we do your offer creation. So this offer isn't all the way fleshed out, isn't totally built yet, right? So look back to the homework after, but ideal client. And again, part of the homework is this because he knows the who he's working with, right? He's working with primarily three different types of businesses: digital publishers, agencies, and e-commerce. Now I would like him to fill out his avatar in full as part of the homework. So really that is three components in my mind. It's the who, which we already have listed. And the next two components are prerequisites for an ideal client. That might be how long they've been in business, how many clients they currently have, how much revenue they're doing, et cetera, et cetera. It could be ad spend depending on your tech and your product. It could be how many team members do they have, et cetera, et cetera. But what are some prerequisites for your ideal client? And then what have they tried, or what might they try instead of working with you and or your offer, program, package, solution, etc.? That's so you got to dial that in a bit more. And he may have already had that done. Again, in this case, I was just going through the basics. A lot of people, and even in this case today, he has a lot more research and a lot more ideas and a lot more stuff going on. But if you really simplify it down to the components that are on my screen and what we're talking about, that's how to get something launched quickly with traction effectively and actually see results without getting distracted or sidetracked. Again, we'll go back to the homework after. I'll get back to that one. Let's go down to the immediate objective. So now that we know his offer, his niche or industry, who he's serving, or we have to go into that, I ask him, hey, in a perfect world, what is your objective with this offer? What would you like to see happen in the next 2 to 3 months per se? And in his case, he wanted the offer completed and launched. He wanted it validated, which means not only completed and launched, but actually somebody paid for it. Multiple people are paying for it. Then his goal within the next, say, 90 days is to do 100K in sales or revenue, 50K minimum, and then beginning selling the offer and brand. So what I told him to do that based off of everything that we and what we're at now. Number one, we obviously have to complete the offer, which he and I will have done. I can almost guarantee you in the next 7 to 14 days. Could even be faster, but it really depends a little bit on, on my client as well. Reverse engineer KPIs to understand your outreach numbers, which you'll see in the homework, and then begin the outreach, which is really what's most important, right? That's the best word for it. Most important in terms of actually getting revenue. So what are we going to do? And again, some people are using their social media and creating content and have YouTube channels or a following here. Some people have ad spend. Some people have this, but based on each person's objective approach and what they have for existing foundations, I feel like for JP's offer, for who we're targeting, for what he has for, the foundations I just mentioned, I figure this 3-prong approach is exactly what I would be doing if I were him and his predicament and what he's looking to accomplish, especially till the offer gets completed, validated, et cetera, et cetera. I'd be hitting my warm network, I'd be using cold email, and I'd be using LinkedIn outreach. Connection requests, very direct and very concise, clear about who we're connecting with, and then good outreach messaging to follow once that connection request is accepted, right? So that's just a quick overview of what we do on a one-on-one kickoff call and what we streamline for each business owner.